Hello everyone, I am Ritika Juskar, Assistant Professor IT Department. So in the course of Artificial Intelligence, we discuss about Unit 3. Unit 3 is based on knowledge representation and reasoning, where we already discussed about the concept of fuzzy logic and the introduction part of fuzzy logic, so proposition logic also. So in this video, we will discuss about the fuzzy logic architecture. So let us discuss here.
Fuzzy logic architecture. So the fuzzy logic architecture contains the four main parts. The first part is a rule base, then fuzzification, inference engine, and defuzzification. Okay. So the architecture of a fuzzy logic contains four main concepts: rule base, fuzzification, inference engine, and defuzzification. So what is mean by the rule base? So it rule base contains the set of rules and then if then conditions provided by the expert to govern the decision making system on the basis of linguistic information. The result development in a fuzzy theory after several effective methods for the design and tuning of the fuzzy controllers, most of these developments reduces the number of fuzzy rules. So what is the fuzzification? So the fuzzification, it is used to convert the input. Okay. So it is used to convert the input, that is Cripps numbers, into the fuzzy set. So the Cripps input are basically the exact input measurement by the sensors and passed into the control system for the processing, such as the temperature, pressure, or RPMs, etc. Okay. So the what is the use of a fuzzifier? So it is a convert the input, that is the input here, the Cripps numbers, into the fuzzy sets. Okay. Then the inference engine. So it inference engine determines the matching degree of the current fuzzy input with respect to each rule and decision or a decision which rules are to be fired according to the input feed. Okay. So next the fire rules are combined to form the control action. And the last part is a defuzzification or a defuzzifier. So this fuzzifier is used to convert the fuzzy set obtained by the inference engine. Okay, obtained by the inference engine. So the what is the meaning? What is the use of a fuzzifier? It will convert the Cripps numbers into the fuzzy set, and then it will go to the inference engine, and then it will go to the defuzzifier. So the defuzzifier is convert the fuzzy set obtained from the inference engine into the Cripps value. So Cripps numbers is converted into the fuzzy set, then fuzzy set it will converted into the Cripps value. So these are the several defuzzification methods available, and the best suited one is used with the specific expert system to reduce the error. Okay, so this is a simple architecture diagram for the fuzzy logic. Okay, so these are the elements of fuzzy system. In a fuzzification, there are input variables. So here the set of inputs present x1, x2 up to the xn. So and then it will go to the fuzzy inferencing. Okay, inference engine. Okay, inference engine. So here the Cripps numbers. So these are the input variables are in the form of a Cripps numbers. It will converted into the some fuzzy set. Here we are inferring some fuzzy set over here by applying some fuzzy rule, and then it will go to the defuzzification. So in the defuzzification, all the fuzzy sets are converted into the Cripps values, that is output variables. So here the in the defuzzification model, so there are produces some output variables. So y1, y2 up to the y1, sorry, ym are the set of output variables, or it is called as a Cripps values. Okay. And here we are applying some membership function over here for the fuzzification, fuzzy inferencing, and defuzzification. So these are the simple elements of a fuzzy system. So in the next lecture we discuss what is the fuzzification and what is the defuzzification, what is the difference between the fuzzification and defuzzification, and also we discuss what is the membership function. Okay. So till now only we know this is a simple architecture diagram and what is the processing for fuzzy logic architecture and what are the elements present in a fuzzy system. Okay, so these are the some elements present in a fuzzy logic or a fuzzy system. Okay, so these are the some elements present in a fuzzy system. Input vector from x1, x2 up to the xn are the Cripps values. So these are the some Cripps numbers or Cripps values which are transferred into the fuzzy set, which are transferred into the fuzzy set is the fuzzification block. Then output vector. So here we are producing some output vectors y1, y2 up to the ym. So comes out from the defuzzification block which transfers an output fuzzy set back to the Cripps value. Okay. In the fuzzification, the Cripps values is converted to the fuzzy set, and in the output vector or in the defuzzification, all the fuzzy sets are converted into the Cripps value. Okay. So this is a inverse process of a fuzzification that is called as the defuzzification. So what is a fuzzification? So it is a process of transferring the Cripps value into the grade of membership for the linguistic term far, near, small or of a fuzzy state. And then what is a fuzzy rule base? It is a collection of propositions containing the linguistic variables. Then the rule are expressed in the form of if and then format. Okay. So in the rule base, so these are the conditions in the form of a if and then conditions. Okay. So here for the particular Cripps value, we are applying the proposition. Okay. In a previous lecture, we discussed what is a proposition and what are the inferences rule for this particular proposition. Okay. So by using this proposition rule, we are applying the or we are performing some fuzzy inferencing pattern. Okay. So where the x and y and z represent the variables called as the distance size, and the a, b and z are the linguistic variables for the particular far, near, small. Okay. Then the membership function. In this architecture diagram, the one element is the membership function. Okay. So what is the membership function? It provides a measure of the degree of similarity of an element in the universe of discourse U to the fuzzy set. Here we are using the universe of discourse U to the fuzzy set. In the next lecture, we briefly discuss what is the membership function and what is the degree of membership. Okay, and how to use the membership function in a fuzzy elements. Okay, so till now only we know. So the membership function it provides the measurement. It provides the measure of a degree of similarity of an element in the universe of a discourse for that particular fuzzy set. Then what is the fuzzy inferencing? So this is the another element for the fuzzy system, that is the fuzzy inferencing. So it combines the fact obtained from the fuzzification with the rule base and conduct the fuzzy reasoning process. And then last element is the defuzzification. It is a the defuzzification is a translate the result back to the real world values. So, or we can say that the defuzzification is the process of the inverse of a fuzzification. Okay, so it will transfer fuzzy set into the Cripps values. Okay, so it is an inversion of a fuzzification. Okay, so this is the simple architecture diagram of a fuzzy logic. These are the elements present in a fuzzy system. Then, so here we discuss what is the membership function and how to apply the membership function to this fuzzy system. So then, what is the membership function? So a graph that defines how each point in the input space is mapped to the membership value between 0 and 1. So the input space is often referred as the universe of discourse or a universal set U, which contain all the possible elements of concern in each particular application. Okay, so this is called as a membership function. Then what is the degree of membership? So here we are considering one example for the for degree of membership. So how to decide the degree of membership of elements in a fuzzy set? If we have the set for the fuzzy set, for that particular fuzzy set, how to decide the degree of membership for each element? Okay. So now let us see one important point here. So for the fuzzy set decision is concerned the membership value, and there is a question that how the membership value each element can be decided, and who can decide this membership value for each element which belongs to the fuzzy set. So I can give an example over here. Say, suppose all the cities in India, or more precisely say, suppose there are six cities in an India like Bangalore, Bombay, Hyderabad, Kharagpur, Madras, and Delhi. Okay, right? So, and I want to define one set. Let the name of the set is the city of comfort. So now I decided some values. Let the values for each set belongs to the set, like Bangalore has a value that is mu equal to 0.95, and the Bangalore Bombay has a value 0.90, Hyderabad has a value 0.80, Kharagpur has value 0.01, Madras has a value 0.65, and Delhi has a value 0.75. Okay, so now so the idea is that there are certain population vote or something like population opinion or any way feedback, whatever you can consider by this feedback. Okay. So for here we are deciding some values for that particular city based on some population, based on some voter, okay, or population vote or something like population opinion, okay. Based on that we are deciding some values for that particular city. So if we normalize those feedback into the value, this one, then it will give us to the fuzzy values. So these are the some fuzzy values for a particular city. So this way we can have the fuzzy membership, and regarding the membership value, we will discuss in detail in a due time. Okay. So how the cities of a comfort can be judged by using the degree of membership. Okay. Then the next is the example. Here the example is based on the evaluation in a Cripps way. And then this is a evaluation in a fuzzy way. So this is for the Cripps way, and this is for the fuzzy way. So, so in this diagram, now there is another example which I could like to mention here, so that we can understand the concept of Cripps values versus fuzzy values. So the idea is that, say, we know exactly how to grade the marks obtained by a student in a subject. Okay. So basically, this is the grading formula. Now these are the grading that we can see that there is a strike boundary between one mark to the another. So mark will be either belongs to the grade A, or it is a X or B. So but cannot be same marks belongs to the two different grade. For example, one mark which is there in which is there in this, it can belongs to this one. Okay. So here, if the marks is belongs to the 80 to 90, so grade is a A. Then 70 to 80 B. Similarly for 60 to 70, and so on. If the marks is belongs to the 0 to 35, then it will denoted as a grade fail, that is F. So it is basically the example of Cripps formulation for this marks. So now the same thing if we do it is in the fuzzy formulation. So it will look like this for the fuzzy formulation. So this is basically the graphical display of a Cripps formulation and a fuzzy formulation. So this is simple the graphical graphical display for the Cripps way. So here we can easily distinguish the marks for particular distinguish the grade for the particular marks. Okay, but in the fuzzy manner we cannot determine what is the marks for between what marks is presented for this particular grade. Okay, so this is a fuzzy manner. So here we can see it is the fuzzy formulation. So here we can note that any mark, for example, any mark say it is this one. This is the mark. So the marks is basically basically denoted the D grade. Okay. So here we are generating one more line. Okay, if you are considering the marks, that is 35 to 50, in between 35 to 50, so here is a mark is a 40, 42 over here, or we can say 45. Okay, we are considering the value is a 45. Okay, so in this fuzzy formulation, the mark is basically denoted the D grade. Okay, here we are denoting the D grade, and this basically denote the P grade also. Okay, so this is denoted in the P grade also, D grade also, and P grade also. So these marks both belongs to the P grade and both belongs to the D grade. So if we draw like this, okay, P also and D also for the D line. So this is the line for the D. Okay, we mark it as a mu. And for this particular P, we mark it as a 1. Okay, so draw the line. So if it is a D grade, then this is a membership value for this particular D grade. Okay, mu is a membership value. And if it is a P grade, then this is the membership value for particular P grade, that is 1. So the same marks, that is 45 over here, if I have 47. Okay, so if the same marks belongs to the two set, that is P set also and D set, with a different membership value, that is the for the particular for the D grade the membership value is a mu, and for the P grade the membership value is a 1. Okay, so for the particular marks, we are having the two set P and D with a same value. We are having the different membership value mu and 1 in a fuzzy formulation. But in a Cripps formulation, which is a simple diagram for the graph for the Cripps manner. So all these marks are having the membership value mu, constant membership value mu. Okay, fail also, P also, D also, C also, B also, and A and X also. But in a fuzzy formulation, for the same marks, we are having the two different membership values, mu and 1. So this is the simple difference between or evaluation for the Cripps formulation and fuzzy formulation. So there are some example of fuzzy set. Some example further can be used for the temperature is high, low pressure, color of apple, sweetness of orange, weight of mango. So these are the some example for the fuzzy set. Okay. So in this example, which basically we know, so these are the input and they can be discussed in the fuzzy form also. So here is one note. So degree of membership values lies in the range between 0 to 1. So this is one note over here. Then, then next point is some basic terminologies and notations in a fuzzy set. So the definition one, what is a membership function and fuzzy set? If X is a universe of discourses and the small x is a set of X, Then a fuzzy set A is a X is defined as a set of ordered pair, that is A is equal to universe of discourse, the degree of membership mu for set A contain all the units of discourse, and X is belongs to the capital X, where mu of A in bracket X is called as a membership function. Mu of A is a membership function for the fuzzy set A. Then how how to decide the A of X for a fuzzy set A in X. Okay, so the example is X is a universe of discourses for all the city in India. In that, A is a city of comfort. So for A, the function New Delhi equal to 0.7, Bangalore is equal to 0.9, Chennai 0.98, 0.8, Hyderabad is a 0.6, Kolkata has a 0.3, and Kangapur has a value is a 0. Okay. So these are the some degree or these are the some membership function for a particular city. Okay. Similarly, here we are for particular city, we are generating the membership values over here. And similarly, for in this example also, for all the cities X, for we are generating the mu of A. Okay, so mu of A is a membership function for the set A. Okay, so these are the membership function for a fuzzy set over here. For all city, we are considering some cities: New Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Kharagpur. So for that particular cities from all India, we are generating the membership values for that particular city. That is zero point 0.7, zero point 0.9, zero point 0.8, 0.6, 0.3, and so on. These are the some values for that particular city. Okay. Then the membership function with the discrete membership value. If we are getting the membership value, so in this example there are some membership values present. Okay, so the membership value may be of a discrete value. So this is the some discrete graph for a membership values. So X is a universe of discourse, that is set of all the variables, and mu of A is a membership values. Okay, so in this diagram also, so these are the some marks, and this is the membership degree of membership, that is mu. So in this example also, okay, so y denote the membership function values, and x line or x arrow denotes the set of X, that is universe of discourse. Okay, so this is some discrete graph for a membership function. Similarly, the membership function with discrete membership value are either element or their membership values, or both also may be of a discrete value. So in this diagram, number of children, there are some number of children 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and here for that particular student we know how how we measure the happiness of for that particular children. Okay, so for that we are using the membership values over here: 0 0.2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, and this is some discrete graph for the second student. 0.8 degree of membership. Okay, so this is some discrete membership values for that particular children. So 0, 0 0.1, 1 for the one student value is 0 0.3. Okay. For second student 0.78. Okay. Here and so on. So note X is a discrete value. X is a discrete value. And how you measure the happiness? So A is equal to happy family. So by using this discrete membership value, we are getting the happy family as an answer. So here we discuss the membership value with a discrete membership value, and next is the membership value with a continuous membership value. So in that we are getting the graph in the form of a continuous graph. Okay, so this is our discrete graph. So this is our discrete graph, and this is our continuous value graph. So if you are getting the degree of membership in the form of this equation, 1 divided by 1 plus x minus 50 divided by 10 bracket raised to 4. So this value is generated in the form of this continuous membership value. So for the age, here we are generating the age x, and mu is a membership function. X is any real value denoted as a r plus, and p is equal to the middle aged. Okay, middle age. So here for we are generating the graph for the middle age values. Okay, x is a age, and mu is a degree of membership for that particular middle age. Middle age. Here we are generating for the middle age. The graph is look like this: continuous membership value. Then next is a what is a fuzzy versus probability and prediction versus forecasting. Okay, so in a fuzzy, when we say about certainty of a thing, so the example for the fuzzy is a patient come to the doctor, and he has to diagnosis so that medicine can be prescribed. Okay, so the doctor prescribed a medicine with a certain 60% that the patient is suffering from flu. So the disease will be cured with a certain of 60% and uncertainty of a 40%. So here, instead of a flu, other disease with some other certainties may be. Okay, so this is a fuzzy. But in a probability, when we say about the chance of an event to occur. So the example for the probability is, so India will win the T20 tournament with a chance of 60%, means that out of the 100 matches, the India won 60 matches. Okay, so this is our probability. But in a fuzzy, if you are considering the example of a patient and doctor, so there are some doctor prescribed a medicine with a certain 60% that the patient is suffering from a flu. Okay, but the remaining 40% is the uncertainty. So instead of a flu, so other disease with some other certainties may be. Okay, for a particular for this particular patient, there is having some patient have the flu, that is the 60% place. Okay, so the another 40% is that there is some another disease for a particular patient. Okay, so doctor don't know the 40%. Okay, so this is a fuzzy example. But in a probability manner, the India will win the T20 tournament with a chance of a 60%. So it means that out of the 100 matches, the India won 60 matches, and 40 matches the India don't won. Okay, so this is our probability. So this is the simple difference between the fuzzy and probability. And then second point is the prediction versus forecasting. So the fuzzy versus versus probability is an analogy to the prediction versus forecasting. So what is a prediction? So when you start guessing about the thing. So this is our prediction. And what is the forecasting? When you take the information from the past job and apply it to the new job. So this is called as a forecasting. So the main difference between the prediction and forecasting is the prediction is based on a best guess from experience. Okay, best guesses from a experience. But in a forecasting, it is based on data we have actually recorded and packed from a previous job. This is called as a forecasting. In forecasting, it is based on the best case from experiences, But in the forecasting, data we have actually recorded and tagged from the previous job. So this is the difference between the prediction and the forecast. Thank you.